Hey you all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marlena, and today's video we are doing perfume. So on my channel, I have a variety of beauty and lifestyle content. I focus a lot on makeup, but I'm starting to incorporate fragrance in my channel because I've been so passionate about it. I cannot even describe it. You guys will see I get so excited. Like, I woke up today ready to film. I was like, yes, I get to do a perfume video today. My husband walks by, he's like, are you okay? You're sniffing a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, I swear I'm not getting high in here sniffing perfumes. I just really enjoy it. So it's kind of the running joke in my family now. Anyways, so today's video, I put together my best perfumes, your must-haves for 2022, and this is for all seasons. So I divided up into 4 seasons, 3 perfumes for each one: spring, summer, fall, winter. I give recommendations, review, all of that great stuff. So let's dive right in and let's get into the spring perfumes first. So the first fragrance I have for the spring set is going to be Armani Fiori. And this one is part of the C line, but this is one of the lesser known ones and I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but it is beautiful. This is my favorite out of all the C perfumes by Armani. It is described on Fragrantica as a chypre floral. Basically, it's a type of perfumes that have citrus, oak musk in there. I will put the description down below if you guys want to research more, but it is a floral scent. For me, it smells very just sweet, fresh, light, just a little bit powdery. It's so beautiful, you all. This is definitely one of my signature scents. It's an easy perfume. So if you're buying this as a blind buy, you haven't smelt it, or maybe it's a gift for someone and you aren't sure what they like. If they like fresh, floral, very feminine scents, not too heavy, not overly sweet, this one is gorgeous. Oh, you guys, this is so good. Like, I wear this perfume when I want to feel very girly and feminine, kind of like what I have on today. I have a pink top, I have wavy curly hair. I want to feel very sexy, feminine, girly. It makes me feel pretty. I know that sounds like such a generic word for such a beautiful perfume, but I love this one so much. The key notes in this one include black currant, neroli, rose, vanilla, white musk, and oak musk. But when it dries down, it gets more creamy and sweet. It's almost borderlining gourmand, but not truly. It's like a sweet, fruity gourmand in a way, but it's just very creamy as it dries down, but still fresh when you first spray it. This to me is a grown woman floral. So you have to like florals to like this one, but it's definitely, I don't mean this offensive, but it's not like old lady floral. It's very fresh and modern and sweet. If you like this kind of creamy, floral, fresh family, this is an easy buy. I think a lot of people would like this one. Next spring scent that I have is by Floral Street, and this is the Wonderland Peony. This is such a beautiful classic floral scent, but it is not, again, it's not a matronly floral. It's very modern, fresh, feminine, girly. I think it's perfect for spring, but when you start to let it dry down, it turns into this sweet, creamy floral. So again, this is a floral for spring. You have to like florals to enjoy this scent. It's very soft and pretty, yet a little bit low-key. It's not a strong scent. This is just another great everyday one. If you want something that's just beautiful, very feminine, soft, not overpowering at all, this is a beautiful one. If I had to pick 2 words for this one, I would put elegant and feminine. The keynotes in this one are guava, raspberry bloom, peony, violet, vanilla, and cotton candy. And I definitely, when I smell it, when it dries down, I get a bit of that vanilla and cotton candy. So it makes it a little bit richer and complex. It's not just a straight up floral. For me, it's a very creamy floral. The last spring one that I have is one that I'm actually personally wearing today. It is in my top 5 perfumes of all time. It is a cult favorite. A lot of people talk about it, even though it's a niche perfume. It is a pricey one, but definitely worth every penny. It's gorgeous and is the Parfum de Marly Delina. I got the original one. They have a couple different versions of it. They have the La Rosée, which I want to get next because it's beautiful. It's a little bit lighter, fresher, a little bit more rose in there. But this scent to me is it's sweet, but it's a little bit powdery. And when I say powdery, I don't mean like old lady powdery. It's just like just a little touch of powdery with that sweetness. The floral has a little bit of a fruit in there with the lychee. Oh, it's just so gorgeous, you all. And look at the bottle. Look how beautiful this is. This is so me right here. Like, look at me sitting here with the top matching this. This is like Marlena in a bottle right here. It's like feminine, but it's grown up. It's sexy, but it's girly. It's so many different things. It's a very well blended, complex perfume. It's absolutely beautiful, you guys. If you were to get any niche perfume and you like a great spring scent that's feminine, it's sweet, it's soft, this is gorgeous. I love this so much. Oh yeah, so when you first spray it, it's very fresh and bright. You can definitely smell the lychee in there, so it does have a little bit of a punch. It's a little bit tart when you first spray it, but then after it starts drying down, again, it turns to a creamy floral with just a little bit of a powdery base in there. The keynotes for this one are lychee, bergamot, rose, vanilla, vetiver, rhubarb, incense, and cashmere. If I had to pick 2 words to describe this, I would put flirty and feminine. I know I'm using feminine a lot, but these spring scents definitely are feminine. I think it's a great daytime scent. You could wear it at night as well, but I think it's just perfect for spring and summer and during the day. So now we are moving into the summer scents, and I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to narrow it down because there's so many summer scents that I like, but this one I reach for so often. It's fairly new in my collection, but it's the brand Juliette Has a Gun, and it's the Vanilla Vibes. So when I look up on Sephora, it says this is a fresh floral scent, but I don't get that at all. I get a vanilla floral, so like a warm floral. It is very fresh to me. I reach for this all the time, and it's a great layering scent as well if you want something that's vanilla, a little bit salty, but still fresh. Oh yeah, this just smells like I'm gonna go on the beach and just relax and read a book and just soak up some sun, but I'm not gonna sunbathe, I'm not gonna sit in a bikini. I'm gonna be kind of like slightly in the shade, but still enjoying the view of the beach. This is just, it's one of my favorite scents. It's definitely in my top 10 that I reach for all the time. So what I like to do is I go into Fragrantica's site to see what the reviews are, to give you guys an idea if it's a safe blind buy or not. I thought this would be a complete safe blind buy because I love it so much. Like, I am obsessed with this perfume. It is one of my favorites, but there were so many mixed reviews on there, and I was trying to figure out why, because it's so beautiful and unique to me. But I think it's because a lot of people, when they see vanilla, they're thinking like a deep ambery kind of smoky vanilla, or maybe something really, really sweet like the K-Olly vanilla, but this is not that. This is a very fresh, lightweight, airy vanilla with a little bit of a salt to it. So it's unique to me, but it's just truly beautiful. So the keynotes in this one are sea salt, natural vanilla, has a base of sandalwood, a little bit of orchid, has some tonka bean, musk, and benzoin. When I first spray it, I definitely get the vanilla and sea salt, but as it starts to dry down, you still smell the vanilla, but then the orchid starts coming through. So that's where you get that floral in there. I personally love orchid with vanilla. I think it's a beautiful combination, but that salt on that initial spray, it just gives you a little bit of a surprise in there. Oh, it's gorgeous. So if I had to pick 2 words for this one, I would call it calm and confident. It's what I want to be in life, but I am not. The next summer scent that I have is Soleil Neige by Tom Ford. I hope I'm saying that right. I tried to practice all of my pronunciations before I got on camera. This one is a newer one to my collection as well. I got this at Sephora when they had the 20% off perfume sale. I went a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie. If you are new to Tom Ford, these suckers are pricey. They are not cheap perfumes, but I do feel like they're amazing quality. But for years, I could not stand Tom Ford perfumes. Every time I would go to Nordstrom or Sephora, I would try to smell one and I was like, oh, like, why are these so popular? Why does everyone love these? You have to let it dry down to really appreciate the scent. So you can't just spray it on a card, smell it and go. You're going to hate it. It's going to be too strong. It's overpowering. It's not going to be well blended. You're going to pick up some really strong keynotes in there. And now that I give it some time to settle in, I wear it on the skin, I wear it on around for a little bit, I fell in love with Tom Ford perfumes, and now I have multiple in my collection. I don't know if you guys can see, they're back on this side right here. I love them so much. So this one is one of my favorites for summer. Yeah, see, it's already starting to settle a little bit, and you start picking up a little bit of that vanilla in there. So it becomes like a creamy tropical scent, but not like mango tropical. Has that little bit of an orange in there, the orange blossom. It's spicy. It's citrusy, it's vanilla. It's almost like a balsamic vanilla. Like, it has that kind of earthy scent to it. It's bright, but it's complex. Like once it settles down, it's really well blended. It's just a great summer night perfume. You know what this smells like? It's almost like when you go to the beach and you have your suntan lotion all day and you've been sitting in the sun and you're warm and you had like a tropical drink, and then at nighttime when you go to spray this on, it feels like it has a little bit of that suntan lotion in there, but not in a bad way. Like a very luxurious, like good smelling suntan lotion, but it's at night and it has a little bit of that spice, little vanilla in there. That's what it feels like to me. It's very like creamy, spicy, suntanny, very summery, but I'm gonna go to a bonfire at night and have cocktails on a date. That's what this is for. The next summer perfume that I have for 2022 is going to be the Jo Malone Red Hibiscus. Look how beautiful this bottle is. This is my newest addition to my collection. I got the small bottle because that's all they had at my Nordstrom, and as soon as I sprayed this one, I fell in love because it's an amber floral. So I know you're thinking like amber floral for summer. I'm thinking this one for night as well. Actually, you could wear this for day too. Oh man, this is so beautiful. It's fresh, it's floral, it's a little bit warm. I definitely get the amber floral category. And this is new for Jo Malone. They just launched this last year, so I think a lot of people haven't gotten this one yet. So if you want to smell something unique this year, I think definitely get this one because it's very new. You get a little bit of brightness from the orange, but I definitely pick up on the hibiscus, but it's not overpowering at all. It's not too strong. And then once it starts to settle down, the vanilla comes up to play a little bit. So at first it's like orange hibiscus, and then it calms down and the vanilla is like, hello, look at me. So it's very creamy, ambery, but it's so well blended. It's not like I smell just one specific note. I definitely pick up the hibiscus, but it's very settled into all of the other scents surrounding it. It's just, to me, it's so unique and beautiful. It's an airy perfume. It's feminine. It's alluring. It's alluring. I feel like when I wear this, I want to be like, wow, wow. Oh yeah, it's tropical. Yes, very like I'm going to lunch or I'm going to brunch. I'm doing a walk in the garden or a local park nearby. It's spring, it's summer. It's just very fresh and a little bit exotic in there because of that hibiscus. I just don't see a lot of perfumes having this scent. And the seasons that I think this is best for is spring and summer, and you could wear it for day or night. Next category is the fall scents. Now this is definitely one of my favorite categories because as I've gotten older, I really like those warm florals, rich kind of spicy scents. Love these so much. So these I'm definitely obsessed with. I'm so excited. I'm like practically drooling on myself. So this one I'm gonna start with is my obsession for fall. This is my signature scent right now because it's so gorgeous. I cannot stop wearing it because it's so beautiful, and I don't know why a lot of people aren't talking about it, but it is the Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme, and I love the bottle. It's so beautiful, it's elegant, it's understated, it's very classy. It's just an amazing perfume. I cannot stop talking about this and wearing it. So when I look on Fragrantica, it says it's a floral, but I don't get just a straight floral. There's definitely floral notes in there, but for me it's very warm. It's a warm floral. When you first spray it, you get a sweetness, you get a vanilla, a little bit powdery. It's comforting, it's warm. It's like fall in a bottle for me. I don't know why, it just reminds me so much of fall, but it's not like burnt amber type fall. It's very just warm, comforting. I'm sitting inside by the fire. I'm cozied up with a nice blanket. I'm drinking a latte while reading. I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. That's what this perfume reminds me of, but I still feel very sexy, elegant, sophisticated. So when it dries down, it starts getting more creamy vanilla, and it has that marshmallow coming in. And I think maybe that's a reason why some people don't like it if they don't like marshmallow at all, but I love it as long as it's not too strong. There's vanilla, there's the raspberry, orange blossom, a little bit of the sandalwood. Like it has all of those scents just well blended together. It's not like one thing sticks out. It's almost like sweet, spicy, warm, slightly gourmand, slightly floral. It's everything in a bottle. It's sensual. Do you like how I'm doing my words? I'm like, it's sensual. It's just, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous, you all. Like, I literally cannot stop wearing this. The two words that I have to describe this one are addictive and delicious. It's a delicious perfume. Like, they will want to eat you when you wear this. The next scent we have is one of my first ones from Montale, and it is the Montale Intense Cafe. Comes in a bottle like this. To be honest, I didn't really buy from this brand because I was turned off by the packaging. I was like, this looks like an old hairspray bottle from the 90s when I was a kid, like that Aquanet. It reminds me of that. But then a rep explained to me the reason they have this packaging is it's heat resistant. So you could leave this in your car, in your purse. It will not spoil or go bad because it's protected by this bottle. So I was like, oh, okay. It made me appreciate it a little bit more. It's not my favorite brand of all time, but I do find a few scents that I really love. And Intense Cafe is definitely one of them. So this one is not for the faint of heart. You have got to like a very rich, kind of spicy ambery scent with a coffee undertone to it. It's unique. I have not smelled a lot of perfumes like this one, in my opinion. The keynotes to this one are rose, coffee, vanilla, white musk, and amber. So it's almost like a cafe latte with some rose in there. I know that seems like such a weird combination of scents, but it actually really works. Online, it describes this as an amber floral, which I get, but for me, it almost pulls a little bit gourmand because it has a bit of chocolate in there. It has some cocoa, it has vanilla, it has coffee. So for me, it's very sweet, rich, gourmand, but it does have a bit of that floral in there as well with the rose pulling through. So when I first spray it, I definitely get the amber. It's a little bit spicy, and then as it dries down, the rose comes through and wants to play. And then the vanilla starts pulling through a little bit more. So it's definitely just a very warm, comforting scent. It's great for fall. I love wearing this day or night. And I think the best seasons to wear this are going to be fall and winter or in the evenings. Like, you could do the other seasons as well, but it's definitely a fall winter scent or a date night scent. The next one we have is one of my favorites as well. Again, I told you guys that I love Tom Ford scents. I didn't before, and this one is fairly new to my collection as well, and it is the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. When I first sprayed it, I was like, oh no, it smelled like tobacco. It was very masculine. I was like, no, it's not for me. I was trying other perfumes, and then I got a whiff of something. I was like, ooh, that smells really good. And I was like, is that me? And I smelled my arm. I was like, oh, that smells gorgeous. What is that? I was like, oh, that's that Tom Ford one. And my husband too, when he first smelled it, he was like, no, I don't like that one. And then we were walking out to the car. I didn't buy it. I had it on my wrist, and he was like, oh, that smells delicious. Like, he was going to eat me at this point. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. He was like, this smells so good. He's like, let's go home. Anytime I wear this and I let it sit for a little bit before I go near him, he goes crazy. He loves this one so much, and I do too. It's one of my favorites. So beautiful. It's very sexy. Like, this is sexy in a bottle. So this is described online as being an amber spicy. Don't let the tobacco scare you. It's kind of playing very softly in the background to give it this edgy, spicy scent to play with all the warmth going on. So the keynotes in this one is obviously tobacco leaf, vanilla, tonka bean, and some dried fruits. So when I first sprayed this one, yeah, see, when you first spray it, you got to give it a minute because it smells like tobacco and spices. It smells like someone is smoking a cigar in spiced candy shop. That's what it smells like. So you got to give it a minute because when you first spray it, you're like, yeah, that's strong. But then almost immediately, within like 5 minutes or so, you get this vanilla, creamy, sweet, dried fruit coming through to balance out all of that tobacco and spice. So it's sweet, it's warm, it's comforting, it's sexy. It has a little bit of that spice in there for a kick. It's just a well-blended, it feels like a very luxurious perfume to me. I love this one so much. I know some people are like love or hate it, but if you like warm, spicy scents and you like something that's sweet but still has that kind of like tobacco undertone just a little bit, it's gorgeous. Such a great perfume. It has just that kind of, it's that duality again. Like, here's the tobacco and then here's the sweetness and the vanilla, and they're like playing off of each other. It's so good. It's very complex. This reminds me of something. I'm afraid to tell you this because you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to smell like that. It smells like a high-end niche root beer. I know this sounds so crazy. When it dries down, you know how root beer has that vanilla, it has that little spice to it, that kick, but it's still sweet and it's nostalgic and comforting. That's what this reminds me of. I mean, no lie, you guys, when I first got this perfume and I was wearing it a lot, I started craving root beer. I bought so many packs of root beer in the last couple months, and I kept drinking them Instagram and I was like, why am I all of a sudden drinking root beer? I was like, it's that Tom Ford scent. It's triggering some kind of addiction to root beer right now, but that's what it smells like, but in the most refined, elegant, beautiful way. Like, it's not like I opened up a root beer, was like pouring it on myself. It's just, it's sweet, spicy, it's comforting, it's vanilla, it's beautiful. The seasons to wear this would definitely be fall and winter, but you could wear it throughout the year at night times. I think it's a great date night scent. It's very sexy. Ugh, it's just, it's so beautiful. It's addictive. Like, I can't stop smelling this one. I'm gonna start first with my favorite from the winter collection, and this is a bit newish to me too. It's a perfume I have not seen anyone talk about, but I found it when I went to Neiman Marcus and I was trying to explain that I wanted something spicy, I wanted something warm that was great for fall and winter, a little bit complex, and they showed me this one and I fell in love, and it's been my favorite perfume that I've gotten recently. But this is by the brand called the Harmonist, and it's Hypnotizing Fire. The keynotes in this one are pimento, rose, vanilla, and a papanox. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh my gosh, you guys, the name fits it. It is hypnotizing. When I smell it, I kind of, my eyes glaze over and I'm in a whole different world just smelling this. It's so beautiful, but it is warm and spicy. So the category is warm and spicy. If you don't like spicy scents, you will not like this one. But to me, it's gorgeous. It's such a complex, niche, luxurious, rich smelling scent. It's just beautiful and it's so unique. I have not smelled anything like this. Oh yeah, when you first spray it, it's definitely spicy. I smell the pimento in there, which is kind of an odd thing to have in a perfume, but it works. Like, it's very unique. So on the initial spray, it's definitely smoky and spicy and sweet. It definitely has a sweetness to it. It reminds me a little bit of the style of the Tobacco Vanille that I just showed you all, but it's different. It's like, it's sweeter, it's richer, it's warmer, it's deeper. It's almost like the older sister to the Tobacco Vanille. This one's more addictive. Like, that one is more like sexy date night. This one is like, it's date night as well, but it's hypnotizing. It's delicious. There's something about it. It's like, I want to eat it. It's so well blended and complex and balanced. I don't smell just one smell. I smell a lot of different scents going on. When it dries down, it goes from this spicy, smoky to more of a warm, comforting amber scent. So that's why I love this for winter, because it has that sweetness. It's a little fresh, but it's just very warm and comforting. You definitely pick up on that vanilla. It's sensual, it's warm, it's spicy, it's comforting, it's all of those things combined. It's just such a luxurious smelling scent. If you like sweet, spicy, vanilla type scents, then this would be your jam. The next winter scent that I have is a classic one. It is a cult favorite if you love vanillas, and this is the Van Cleef and Arpels Orchid Vanille. And this is such a beautiful vanilla scent, but it's a vanilla floral. So it's described as a warm floral, but to me, it comes off a little bit gourmand because it is sweet and it has such a great vanilla base to it. The keynotes to this one are vanilla, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, and dark chocolate. So when I first spray this, I definitely get the vanilla and the orchid. So I see where it gets its name. It's definitely like a vanilla meets a floral. But then after a while, when it starts to dry down, the orchid kind of takes a back seat and the chocolate pulls through. So that's where it kind of turns gourmand to me. So it's vanilla, but just a hint of cocoa in there. It's just such a beautiful, warm scent that's amazing for fall and winter. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's very well balanced. Definitely has the vanilla. It's not syrupy, even though it does have that gourmand type of scent. It's not sickeningly sweet. It's soft. It's comforting. It's a little bit powdery, just a touch, but it's very creamy. Like, this is such a warm, elegant perfume. Like, when I wear this, I would wear it with a cashmere sweater, just like a nice, thick, plush, creamy beige cashmere sweater with maybe some black leggings, some black booties. It's very refined and comforting. I think those are the two words that really describe this scent. It's comforting, it's warm, but it's also refined and elegant. Like, it's definitely something a classy person would wear. They're dressed well. Ugh, it's so beautiful. If you like vanilla scents, this is a must-have. I do feel like it's a pretty safe blind buy because it's well loved. A lot of people love this scent. If you love vanilla vanilla and orchid and you appreciate some gourmand type scents, I think you would really love this, but it's definitely has that vanilla that ties everything together. It's just so beautiful. Like, then the last perfume I have for winter is a cult favorite. So many people love this perfume. I bought this at Ulta, and when I went to go grab it and go smell it, there was several other people trying to get it as well. So I know it's a very popular one, but I like this particular version. This is the YSL Libre Intense. I like the Intense version better than the regular. So when I went to Ulta to try new scents, I tried the regular version and I did not like it. So I went back a couple weeks later and I was like, let me try the Intense one. And I sprayed it and I fell in love with it. It was so weird because I was like, I don't like the regular, but the Intense I love. And I think because it's very creamy and it has a lot of vanilla in here as well. The keynotes in this are lavender, bergamot, mandarin orange, vanilla, tonka bean, and vetiver. So this one launched in 2020. So this is a pretty new perfume as well. I mean, fairly new. The category it's labeled as is Amber Fougere. And that is a category of perfumes that is considered woody and a little bit sweet, but it has a hint of lavender in there. And I was like, that's what I'm smelling. I think that's what I didn't like about the original was it was too much lavender. So when you first smell it, it definitely has vanilla and I smell the tonka bean and then the lavender. So I smell those three initially, but when it starts to dry down, all of that calms down and then the bergamot starts to come through. I feel it gets like a little bit fresher and sweeter. This is a perfume that I wear when I'm going to meetings or if on a date night sometimes, because it does have a little bit of that sexy feeling to it too, but it's a strong woman perfume. Like, when I think of a girl boss, I think of this scent because it's strong, it's feminine, but it's still a little bit sexy, but not like overly sexy. It's just a very confident perfume. Like, you have to be confident in who you are to pull this perfume off. It's warm and spicy, a little bit floral. It has so many different things going on, but it's just well blended. And you definitely, if you like vanilla, you will like this one too. It smells expensive. That's what it is. It's a designer perfume, so you can get it Ulta, Sephora, and all of that, but it smells a bit niche to me. The Intense version, it smells like a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more special. I wouldn't wear this during the day at all unless I was going to a specific occasion or a specific meeting. It's just so beautiful. This is a must-have in your collection. So I hope this video was fun for you all. I hope I described them well enough for you. Please let me know in the comments what I can do to improve these videos as I go along, because this is a new type of series for me, but I love it so much. As you can tell, I get so excited about perfumes. I could sit here and talk for hours about it. So anyways, I will have a specific playlist on my channel. If you are new here and you want to come to specifically watch perfumes, check out that playlist below and I'll list all the perfumes down in the description box. So thanks you all. Have fun with smelling your perfumes and I will see you next week for another Fragrance Friday.